Hey, Jimmy with Cuff and Stuff. Man, we got another good one for you today. Today, we're going to do a chuck roast, but we're going to prepare it like a brisket. We're going to show you some tricks on how to do this. Man, these things turn out good. This is the first time we've tried it on the pellet grill. So hang around. Let's see how this one turns out on the Pit Boss 1150. So hang tight. Okay, well, what I've got here, this is right at 5 pounds. It is a bone-in chuck roast, but you see this is a very small bone, and that's one reason I picked it out. It was about the right size, and I wasn't going to pay a whole lot for bones. Now this is something I do occasionally, but not that often. I'm going to use some Lea and Perrins, and if it does add a flavor, that'll be all right. I don't know whether it really does or not, but I like Lea and Perrins, and it does have salt in it, so that's okay. All right, so what am I going to use to season this with? 2 things, and that's all. This is Uncle Steve's thick meat. And I'm gonna be, it's fairly thick, not big time, but I'm gonna give it a fairly healthy dose. And the other is Smoke Bomb, both by Uncle Steve. www.unclesteveshake.com. Down in the instructions section or whatever it is, mention me or my channel, and Uncle Steve will hook you up. He's got something for everything. Trust me when I tell you what I know. All right, get the sides, and let's turn him over. Get this side. Okay, there we go. All right, now what I'm gonna do, like always, I'm gonna let this hang out. This is beef, it'll be fine sitting right here. We're outside, but it's not that hot today. It's in the upper 70s, but it'll be fine. I'm gonna get the pit barrel rolling, and when I get it up to temperature, I'll put it on, and when I do that, I'll bring you back. Alrighty, well, we've got the Pit Boss up to temperature. We're up to 250. Let's open her up, and let's snuggle this. Now I'm gonna put it on the top shelf right here, and let's shape him up like we want him. I'm gonna go ahead while I'm in here at the start, and I'm gonna put that probe right down in there, and we're off. Now, I've done this several times on the stick burners. This is the first time I've tried it on a pellet grill, so we're gonna find out. Now, I'm not going to check this for at least an hour. I may come out after that, check it and see. I'm going to look and see if we can get a bark. I may spritz it. We'll just see as we progress. So stick with us. We'll bring you back. Okay, well, we're about an hour in here. And oh yeah, we're getting some nice color. It's got a long ways to go. All right, here's something I'm going to share with you that I have never shared with it's certainly not on video. This is beef tallow, okay? This is one of Aaron Franklin's tricks. He doesn't really tell it, but it's gone through the barbecue community. This is something he uses on his briskets. Now I'm gonna take this tallow, I've got a little loaf pan here. I'm gonna put it in the smoker and I'm gonna go ahead and get smoke on it and let it warm up. And then I'm gonna put it back in the refrigerator for just a little bit, let it cool off some, and then use it to spread on the paper when I wrap. So you see the pan, that's what this is. I'm just putting it in the smoker and we're gonna let it go for a while. So hour 1, when we come back and check again, we'll bring you back. Okay, 3 hours in. Yep, still not set, but we're getting great color. It's not gonna be too long. We're gonna wanna wrap. The tallow is getting some color. It's absorbing smoke. All right, 3 hours in. Okay, we're 5 hours in, and I'm afraid we've hit the stall. And let's look. Oh yeah, now we've got a little puddle right here. Let's pull a probe out. All right, let's take him off. I'm gonna put him in this pan right here, and let's carry him over to the table and wrap him up. I'll bring you right back. Okay, this is the tallow that we put in, and you can see it has turned a nice, pretty golden color. It's picked up some smoke, and we're just gonna take and make a nice little bed out of the tallow like this. Okay, now let's take this roast, and I'm gonna set him down right on top of where I put that tallow. Let's take and fold him once. That is, again, that's the wet side down. And we're going to take and fold it nice and pretty, just like this. Make a nice, pretty little package, just like that, okay? We're going to take and put it back in the smoker. I'll bring you right back. Okay, I have put our nice little package. This is our chuck roast with our layer of tallow wrapped up in butcher paper. I'm going to take, and no more than this little hole is going to cause, I'm going to put that probe right back in. I'm going to close it up, and we're going to let it continue to cook. Now, the bark was ready to go. The color was what I wanted, and that's what gave me the indication that it was time to wrap it, okay? I'm not going so much by temperature yet. I'm gonna watch it. I'll come back, I'm gonna probe it, And when it gets butter tender, that's when we'll pull it, just like a brisket. So when we start to check it on like that, I'll bring you back. Okay, well, the ThermoPen will tell the tale here. Our Inkbird says we are at 203. Oh yeah. All right. All right. And the ThermoPen agrees. So let's take it off. Now I'm going to take it out. I'm going to let it rest. I'm going to set it out on the table and I'm going to let it rest for a couple of hours. Please, please, please don't wrap it up. Don't put it in a cooler. It'll just keep cooking. It'll overcook. You'll be disappointed. Set it out on the counter. Let it rest. Let the temperature come down. You want it to come down somewhere between 170 and 180. Then slice it. Don't slice it before that. Okay, well, let's take this out. I've had it in a pan here. And you can see it's still wrapped up in butcher paper. And that is soaked in its juices. Oh my goodness. I honestly wish you could smell this. All right, right off the bat, look at the bark. Oh my goodness. All right, so that's hot, 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 hot. Tender, I can tell this is gonna be good. All right, let's put that in that pan. Well, now, of course, a chuck roast is not gonna slice like a brisket when it comes to slices. All right, now look, here it is. Oh my goodness, look how juicy that is. Perfect. All right, well, only one thing left to do. Okay. Just, look, just pulls apart. I know why they call this poor man's brisket. Melts in your mouth. Oh my goodness. That's so good. Excuse me. Uncle Steve shake, shining through. Oh my goodness. That's good stuff. Well, there's another one. I'm gonna call this a win. I'm gonna call it a win for the pit boss too. It's got decent, it's not deep smoke rings like you'd get on a stick burner, but I can definitely taste some smoke in it. My wife came in and snatched a bite. So if it passed that test, we're good. Thanks for sticking around. If you haven't already, hit the circle on this side, subscribe, share the video. I'll have another video for you on this side. Until next time, hang tight.